Hello, I'm House District 5 Representative Terry. Today, I have a very important announcement to my constituents. I will officially be seeking the GOP nomination for my re-election campaign to House District 5. Now, many people are wondering, what exactly have you done as representative? You know, we have some people that have some more plans, whatever, but I would argue against that. First of all, I'm the only candidate that I've seen that has a platform that lays out policies that will help the American people. I also have a plan, and I have plans to help rural America, help people with their education, create a common sense foreign policy, and these are really the things that we need in a representative: is someone with the ideas and with the courage to propose plans that the establishment may not like. They may not like some of the stuff that I do, but you know something? I don't give a damn because I'm fighting the American people. I also, as you know, introduced, thank you, got some people live on. Listen, we need someone in there that is not partisan, because I've seen a lot of the people that are running for this race, and I do think that they're kind of partisan. I love them, I respect them, but some of my opponents are partisan. I have a bipartisan record, people left and right. They like me. I have progressives, you have conservatives, moderates. They like what I do, and they like that I fight for the people. And that's also what we need in the House. So I introduced two bills today. One of them is the Riley-Terry American Workers Act of 2019. What this does is this establishes mandatory profit sharing, increases vacation time to 25 days, and raises the minimum wage to $14 per hour. This is an important piece of legislation that will move MAC further on into the 21st century and fiscal-wise. I also introduced a bill. I'm really proud of this bill. It came from the heart for me, but it makes it so it's easier to adopt. So what we will do is federal government funds 25% of the cost to put your child up for adoption to adopt, and then also funds 25% of an orphanage's budget. I believe that this is an important plan. What it also does is it gives benefits to adopt domestic children, which are children from America that need help the most. Because we're Americans, we need to look after each other. We're one giant American family. Then it also gives benefits to adopt children with disabilities, because these people, these children that have disabilities, they need a home, they need a loving family, and we need to make it easy for the parents to be able to take care of them. And I do think that it is something that we should do as a moral nation. My other plans, if I win re-election, my main priority will be an environmental plan. Because listen, we have a lot of trash in the Pacific Ocean. It's called the Great Pacific Trash something. And we need to clean it up. So I'm going to introduce a bill that will prioritize cleaning that up. We also need to work on eliminating, bringing net carbon emissions down to zero. This is how we do it. We go to big coal, we go to big oil, and we say, look, we aren't going to put you out of business. We aren't going to make you lose any money. What we're going to do is we're going to transform you into green energy companies. And that's what we have to do. This is how we save our environment without putting people out of work. So you have some people that say, we're going to put you out of work. And I say, no, goddammit, we aren't going to put you out of work. We're going to give you a job. And we're going to give you a job that possibly would pay more. Many green energy jobs do pay more. And then on top of that, it's good for the environment. So you aren't going to kill yourself and your family from not having clean drinking water. I mean, not clean drinking, clean air, clean drinking water. These are priorities that we need to work at. Also, as representative from House District 5, I know that in the great state of Florida, we have this great thing called the Everglades. I haven't been there, but I am going to go down there for a campaign event. We have, we need to make sure that we don't have trash in the Everglades. We don't have pollution going in there. We need to make sure that we aren't draining the Everglades. And we also need to make sure that, and this is something that some people have talked about, some people haven't talked about that much, but the fact that there are pythons and other invasive species in the Everglades that we need to take care of. And by taking care of them, I do mean eliminating them. We should eliminate these invasive species that are in the Everglades, such as pythons, anacondas, other big exotic snakes. So what I would do is I'd put a bounty on them. For every snake you kill, you get $10 from the government. That's down in the Everglades. You get a license, you fill out a form, and that's what you would do. So this is still an idea in the works. Comment on the live stream if you agree with that idea. And also what we need, and I'm going to comment as soon as this video is uploaded, I'm going to comment my platform. And so, listen, we need someone with ideas. We need someone with ideas that fight for the American people. I am that person. I do have ideas that actually fight for the well-being of the American people. If you look at my ideas for rural America, we're going to create a Department of Rural Affairs. We're going to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in communications and infrastructure in rural America. That's my idea. That isn't anyone else's idea. And as somebody who comes from the South, I love the rural outdoors. I love it. And we need to invest more into it. We need to show the rural Americans that we care about you, that you are Americans also. We aren't just going to, and we also need to do is we need to invest in our urban areas. We need to invest in our infrastructure. And we have done a real good job about that in MEC. So that isn't a top priority for me since we do seem to be taking care of that really well. But in areas that we can improve our infrastructure as a representative, it would be my job to make sure that the Department of Transportation would get more funding in the budget. So I will do that. And also another campaign promise for you. I will not an earned income tax that does not include tax credits for one, having children. You have to have a child tax credit if we're going to have an earned income tax in MEC. So that's been a thing that some people have tried to pass. We have to have a child tax credit. I will not any bill that does not have a child tax credit. We also need to have a tax credit for living in rural areas. We need to incentivize rural living. We just do. So we're going to have that for you. And also, again, with my adoption bill, and I earned the income tax rate, obviously, I would also want to have tax credits along with the money that we give for adopting children, as it needs to be done. We have to have children that are being adopted, while at the same time, we have to make sure that the parents get the money that they need. So those are my priorities. Luca. So those are my priorities as a representative. You know, I want to work with every American. And comment below. If there's an idea that you want me to take, to use, to fight for the people, let me know what that is. I want to know what you're concerned about. I want to know what your issues are. And if you have an issue with one of my policies, you have an issue that you want me to adopt, again, comment below on the live stream and tell me what that is that you want to know. Or you can PM me if you have my email. I'm not going to put my email on this because I don't want people. But if you know what my email is, or if you're in the MEC chat, find that and PM me about what you want to tell me. And last but not least, forgot what I was going to say. You know something? Look, I want to fight for you, the American people. A vote for me is a vote for someone that's committed their time in MEC to fighting for the working class, for fighting for the farmer, for fighting for the small business, for fighting for Mr. and Mrs. America. I know it's a cliche, but it's really important to me. Someone who comes from a middle-class household, I know what it's like to have politicians that think that they can tax you, tax the upper middle class out of existence. We have these politicians. Sounds like they're brain dead sometimes. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But I don't think I'm like that. I think I understand what it's like to be an American, the working class, caring for what you need. We need to expand. If there's places in UB Care that we need to expand on, we can expand on that. I'm not against that. If we need to give incentives to rural America, hell, let's do it. They tax my cartridge. Well, if there could, I actually don't know about that. I don't know if they do that in MEC. It'd probably be your state government that you'd have to talk to. I don't think there's a federal tax. There's no federal sales tax in MEC, so you have to talk to your state government about that. That's not my responsibility. I don't make those laws. I would say that I would be against, if that's a question, I would be against a federal sales tax. Sales tax is regressive, and the only thing it does is it raises taxes, and this would be used to fund some type of dividend, but even then it'd be kind of stupid because you're just raising Ralph Northam. If you could only comment things that have to do with questions for me, I'm not a particular fan of Ralph Northam, but we're going to use that kind of language. So I'm just going to take any questions from the audience now. Any questions from the audience? Any serious questions that y'all want to ask? I'm taking them now, and then we're going to... Okay. Well, something, that's it for this video. You know, in watching this, I hope I was able to. New person joined. If you have any questions, I'm answering questions right now, so please comment below. If you have any questions. I think that person left. And okay, I'm gonna end this live stream. Before you leave, I want you to know I care about you. And as your representative, I want to be a representative for all Americans. And hopefully I can do that. As current representative, I've proposed 2 bills, and I've only been representative for a week so far. My goal is to propose 4 bills in my next term. You can see it all on my platform, what I plan to do. I'll put my platform in the comments section. And God bless America. God bless you.